Alrighty. Hey guys, my name is Gizba. If you know me from the Discord server, you know me as the G Queen. If you know, you know what that stands for. Anyway, this is Sword Delivery Tournament. I don't think any of the other Discord servers, or officially, they've done a alternate game mode tournament before. So this might be the first one. It's a bit memey. We'll see what happens, but yeah, just see how this goes. There's both quite a few teams, but I think a lot of them have dropped out. But we got the brackets here, and if you guys don't know how this game mode works, you'll figure it out soon enough as the matches go on. But it basically all you need to know is it's essentially the ARAM equivalent for Gekishin Squadra. If you know ARAM in League of Legends or other MOBAs, it kind of works similarly, but it's more capture the flag. It's got a capture the flag gimmick. So we'll see how that goes. It's pretty crazy. Games are just 5 minutes. But we've got a few matches lined up here. So I think just to fill for time here, I could just talk about how the game mode actually works. But just to summarize, it's a 4v4 again. Sword in the middle, Z sword, because it's thematic. One team gets the sword, rushes to the other end. They beat each other up, beat each other the hell up, and just try to make it the furthest down the single lane. So a lot of action. It is like ARAM, except it's not all random characters. You can choose whoever you want, except the Gammas and Hit are banned. You're probably wondering why Gammas are banned, but Hit, I think, for obvious reasons, is not available. But let's just see how the games go. It's just like the standard game mode, but you got a big sword. You bring it to the circle, and whoever does that first wins. And that's it. It's pretty fast. It's probably going to be a bit crazy, so I'll just see if I can make out what is happening between all the giant area of effects abilities on the ground. Yeah. Yeah, so we do have some issues with disqualifications. So there's been people queuing up for games, and because there's a 5-minute time limit to get into your match. So some teams have just been dropped out for that reason. By accident or by just automatic disqualification because they didn't sign in time. So there's a few teams that may or may not get disqualified in the process of this, but I think for the most part there should be a few games that we get to see. I don't know, it's just not that serious of a game mode, so I think people just haven't taken it that seriously. Yeah. So I think the Good Squad, sorry, in particular, had about 3 teams disqualified that they were matched up against, so they've just made it to the finals by process of elimination. So maybe some of the other teams were like that, but they were for sure, they lucked out the most. Didn't even have to play the game, they just automatically got through. But you know, that's just the way it is. Just the way the game goes. So I think we're just waiting for the teams to get signed in here, because obviously there are a few that are just taking some time to get ready. But yeah, as you can see, these are all the teams we've got lined up just at the moment. So Team Spawn and Kami Hami Homies are going at it right now. And at the same time as that, we've got Guerreros as well. Apologies in advance for any butchering of names. Oh, apparently we might have a disqualification for the Kamihami Homies because one person is missing. maybe they'll make it in time. They've still got 2 minutes. 3 minutes, sorry. Come on, guys. Come on, guys, we need some teams. And this is to decide who gets into the winner's bracket. So it's going to be about the top 8 teams that are streamed in the winner's bracket. I think the loser's bracket, they just play their games at the same time, it doesn't get streamed. In the community tournament, they were, but there was just no casting involved. It was just kind of like an interlude segment with the losers brackets. But yeah, personally, I am cheering for my boys at the Goon Squad over there. See if they can make it into the finals. Is it going to be a DQ? Yeah, it could just be technical difficulties. People dropped out, their computer's not working or whatever. Or they just fell asleep, they just passed out, conked out over their laptop. That could probably happen. You play enough games against Kefla, you know, that has a tendency to happen. You might just drop dead. I guess for predictions for how this whole thing is gonna go, I've only seen one match so far. I saw a little sneak peek of one of the matches, but I think it's gonna be Boo is very good for this game mode. The techs in general are most crucial for sword delivery, because the sword delivery, your movement speed is slowed compared to the regular game mode. So just any kind of character that has skills that can increase movement is what you're after. That's why you need Bubbles, you need the Bula. Frieza is kind of a sleeper pick in this game mode, actually. I think Frieza's really good. But people just go by their kind of biases for how the standard 4v4 works, so we might not see too many Friezas. It might just be Boo, Android 17, Ultimate Gohan, and no hit, obviously, because he's a rat, he's a cockroach, we don't want to see him ever. And for tank, it's going to be the standard Bardock SSJ4. We might see a few of the others. The problem is just Zamasu was buffed, but his passive doesn't work for this game mode because there's no minions. There's no towers, there's no minions. It's just beating the crap out of each other, which Dragon Ball fans are the best at. They love bashing heads together. I mean, I know. Can barely look at the minimap myself. I think we're still waiting on one of the teams. For damage, I think obviously this tournament was kind of decided ahead before the Kefla release, so Kefla is kind of throwing the whole meta out of whack again because she's definitely on top in terms of damage. She's right up there with Oob. The only thing is Oob is maybe a bit too squishy even for this game mode. I think it's better to take like a kind of bruiser character like Vegito or something. You gotta get your Vegetos in. Goku used to be good, but he was kind of nerfed into the ground. It's probably a lot of Vegetos and Brolys. Besides Kefla, obviously. But we'll see what people take. The meta is like the characters you'd expect people to take in like the standard game mode tournament are just a bit different in the sword delivery, just because the rules of the game are a bit different. They kind of lend themselves to more off-meta characters. Basically just whoever can deal the most damage and survive the longest. But I don't think there is that much strategy with this game mode. It's pretty much just the highest health character grabs the sword and you just run for dear life. You just hang on to that thing for dear life, make it to the end, and hope that, well, it's similar to the standard 4v4 in the way that whichever team manages to backdoor the most without the other team noticing, that's usually who can edge out the win. So whoever gets lucky. Whichever team was checking the minimap the least, they might make it through. And there was actually the option for some teams to join this and just be like two against like a team of 4. There was going to be a potential for some people to do that. That would have been a whole can of worms. That would have been goofy as hell. But who knows? So we're waiting on another team here. Waiting on the enemy side to get locked in, the red team. Alright, here it comes. Here's the Goon Squad. It's my favourite team name out of all the team names as you could probably imagine. Got Team Spawn as well. But I don't know, I'm not familiar with any of the players on the Team Spawn side, so I am perhaps a bit biased. You know, I gotta just root for my friends here. I'll be an unbiased announcer. Totally unbiased. Although, if the Goon Squad picks Kefla or something, then I may have to cheer for Team Spawn. Whichever team picks the less broken characters, I gotta root for the underdogs. So on Team Spawn, we've got Iwashimi, Snack Bomb, fix the game, and Spawn Guar. I'm guessing that's why they're called Team Spawn. Fix the game. That's a good one. Ultra, trying to switch sides, trying to turn coat. to the enemy side. Ultra, aka Golden. Bro question mark. Many a times where Bro question mark's name has been brought up, and I just thought it was someone was directing a question at someone. No, that's just his name. And Noctis. And Noctis, who says very frequently he is the top 10 tank worldwide. Which, whatever that counts for. Iwashimi, Triple S. Very high ranked, actually. He's in the top 500 for all of them. Snack Bomb is also in the top 500 and Triple S. How did he get level 208 already? And top 645th player. And good at tank. And a Android 17 main. And Spawn Guar is also top 300. Although, interestingly, he's slacking on the tech. He's A1 on tech. Well, no wonder I have to play tech all the time, because no one else wants to play it. But we love a damage one. We love a damage main. We love a damage main. I'm trying not to be too mean this game. Got Golden. He's also top 400. Also a DPS one trick, as you'll notice. But we love him for it. We love our DPS one tricks. Come on. We love him carrying the game. We got a A1 rank. DPS. S on tech and damage, but obviously doesn't care about tank too much. At least he plays tech. At least he plays tech. And as you can see, the top 10 tank. With a hit icon, I may add. With a hit icon, I may add. So, yeah. Let's not put too much faith in Noctis if he plays a tech that isn't hit. But that is not broken beyond belief. I'm sorry, Noctis. I love you, Noctis. I'm sorry. But you play hit. It's like a black mark on your record. But you are the top 10 tank. And this is unknown user under unknown underscore user. And he's also in the top 1,000 for and Triple S. And a tank main. So I got Respector tank main's a fellow tank main out here. With the Topo badges, you know, Topo has never been insane in this game, so I gotta give him props for being the Topo main and not a character like Hit. I love that. And we're actually going to start here with Team Spawn versus the Goon Squad for our first winner's bracket game. And they're just all picking our characters here. Fix the game going on Bojack. Android 17, Kefla, surprise surprise, Bojack, SSJ Vegeta, I like that. With Rildo, that might be interesting for this game mode. Then we got Boo, Kefla, Vegito, Bardock. Not much of a surprise there, they're all pretty much the go-tos for this game mode. Although, why does he have the rainbow thing on Kaba? I think that's if you reach a high rank with him, I forgot. He's got the sexy Android 17 skin, which I love. And Bro question mark has no skin for Bubbles. He has no skin for Bubbles. It's a confirmed Brokey.
Well then. Watch this.
Well then. But yeah. Bojack, I don't know how Bojack is going to do in this game mode, but they've made it to the finals. Let's just see how this goes. Let's just see how this goes, guys. So we got Boo zooming on ahead. He's probably going to try to grab the sword there. On the Team Spawn side, Android 17 was behind a bit. He could have maybe got a bit more distance ahead there. We've got Kefla doing Kefla things, trying to poke everybody down. They could go for the sword right now. The Goon Squad side, the red side. Keflas are 1v1ing each other. So that's a bit funny. They're going to get a pick-off here on Bardock, which is very bad early. This is going to turn the tide of the battle, really, with the tank down. More kills by Iwashimi. Boo. It's just Boo and Bardock here. Boo is going to get picked off by Kefla. And we've got the, not Rildo, but Bardock skill too, which is Rildo. Going to pick off everyone. Noctis comes back and shows why he's the top 10 tank. They're going to get some good poke in on the wall there. unknown user, aka 355, is going to get picked off there. Green team spawn could secure the sword there. Bardock, Bojack is just kind of poking them down. Kefla is poking them down. Let's see if Vegeta can pick up the sword. He gets the big shield there. So this is going to be quite good. Goon Squad are holding up. No, Kefla manages to take a few out. Bojack ults the air. Interesting play. Then we've got the Keflas are still going at it. They just love each other. Bojack is still going at it. This 355 Legends on Vegito. Even though he's low, he's going to manage to make it to the wall. This could be a very quick game here. Vegito gets picked up again. They're able to defend. That's good. The left side are waiting on their team to kind of show up. They're very close to the spawn, so that's good. Bardock is going to run in, slam him into the rock. Boo is pushing everybody around, but Boo gets taken out by Stack Bomb. 355 Legends comes back and tries to pick off some people. He's able to do that. Vegito. The Vegito ult is just really insane for this game mode. The iframes, obviously he's really good in the standard game mode as well. 355 Legends managed to get a pick off the isolated Bojack. Kefla. If Kefla has ult or something, she could probably bring this back. The Android 17 shield, as you've been noticing, is very crucial. Which is why I think most teams will take 17 or Boo just to delay that bit extra, stay alive a bit longer. You really need that. Noctis is desperately trying to make it out there. He is Bardock, so he is impossible to kill. Surprise Frieza was able to do that. Kefla vanishes from being in the middle of the team. Enemy Kefla manages to get some picks off. Boo! Going ham. Then we've got Fix the Game. Is able to chip the wall down. They've only got a minute and a half left, but they're actually getting some progress, although Goon Squad have reclaimed the sword. And yeah, Bardock is just so hard to kill. You would think if he has the sword, if he's carrying the sword, he will deal less damage. That's not true at all. The Kefla ult manages to take a lot of his health down, but it is still Bardock. He's really hard to kill. But yeah, it's dangerous to go near the sword user if you're low, because the sword, do not underestimate the sword damage. It deals a lot of damage. The red team with Boo is able to stay in the fight just that bit longer. The Bojack bombs are... The Galactic Buster is really good there. Manages to take some people out. And Spawn is also going to pick up some kills there. Android 17, you want whoever has the most health to pick up the sword, and that's exactly what they've done. And now they're going to push with 30 seconds left. So and this is bad with Android 17 carrying the sword. He can't use any of the skills, he can't shield up or anything. So yeah, there's not much he can do there. That's actually quite a good Bojack ult, but unfortunately he's just going to get nuked down by the full team being there. I think he needed the Android 17 shield to kind of clutch that one. Good work of both teams. Really strong effort there. But just by the strong defense, the Goon Squad win this round. With the Boo healing. Oh, that beautiful MVP screen. You know why we love it. We love Bardock's posterior. That's why. Also, the sky is nice, obviously, but I mean, I'm looking at something else personally. Yeah, we're getting some comments here from Levy. Bojack is an interesting choice for this mode. It's I think the reason why they took Vegeta was, yeah, so you can see some of the stats there. Vegeta really taking a beating there. Kefla doing the best she can. Android 17 had a lot of time on the sword, which was unfortunate, because if you have the most time on the sword of 17, again, you can't use his abilities. He needs to have the shields on his team. So that was just unlucky. He was usually had the most health, so he was the go-to to pick up the sword. Bojack, I think he did admirably for picking Bojack in this mode. I think just mages in this game mode, I call them mages, I know this isn't League of Legends, but I would just say, like, Bojack, Super Saiyan 3, they're like kind of magey characters, they don't have much mobility. It's just difficult to make work in this game mode, and as you saw there, whenever Bojack pulled out the ult, you're against Kefla and Bardock, so they're just gonna fly out of that. But an admirable effort. An admirable effort. What do you think of 355? Flash unknown user, as he's known in the Discord. I think he was putting up a good effort there. He got some time on I think he managed to stall. He was good at stalling. He had a good defensive game. I mean, the whole of the red team in general, they were just good on that defense. Whenever Team Spawn had the sword, they were able to, even if there was only 2 people left on the Goon Squad side, they were just able to stall for enough time. So even if like one of the teams, if most of the players are dead and there's just a few people off, I think a mistake people make in this game mode is focusing on killing the survivors on the enemy team, because that is like a stalling tactic. Is because you walk so slowly in this mode with the sword, you need to get that progress in as soon as possible. If you're focusing on killing kind of the stragglers of the enemy team, that's kind of stalling for time. Because it is very short, it's only 5 minutes. But yeah, obviously, if you see a juicy kill, you're going to want to gobble that up, you're going to want to snack on that, so obviously I'd understand why people can't ignore it. If you see Bardock, that's especially a juicy snack. But I mean, I digress. Yeah, Bojack's definitely an interesting choice. I can't shame people really for taking an off-meta pick in this game mode, because I would do it as well. I think it's just fun to pick a bit wacky choices and try to make them work. I think the reason why they had both SSJ, Vegeta, and Bojack on the team is to kind of use Vegeta's slow down with the skill 2 to kind of trap people inside of the Bojack ult. That might have been part of their strategy. Or maybe they just picked who they thought was fun. I don't know. It's interesting that Evo just brought up Baby. I think the reason why Baby doesn't work for this game mode, really, even though I am a Baby main, I love Baby, I love that Baby. The issue with him is to get the benefit of him healing his team, you do have to be inside of someone, so that is one less body with a health bar on the battlefield, which is the component that kind of helps you win sword delivery. So if you'll notice, the reason why the Goon Squad won there, Noctis's team, is because Bardock was always had the sword, and he is just so hard to kill because he's a massive tank. He's a unit. He's an absolute unit. He's a beefy boy. But Baby, he's just a little baby. He's just a little goo goo gaga. So I mean, he has to jump in someone, and that's you lose the tank. You get healing, but you lose the tank. So that's the downside with how his ability works. It's just a little goo goo gaga. Yeah. Kefla is Kefla is just a monster. Ever since she got released to the game, she's a monster. She is, if you know how to use Kefla, you basically just fly around like a chimpanzee, wildly swinging your bombs everywhere, and no one can touch you because she's one of the fastest moving characters in the game with the reduced vanish cooldown. She's just jumping everywhere. You can't hit her if you have like slow moving skills. So the team setup is going to be the same again. They're going to try the team setup again. I think the bottomal choice on Kefla on Snack Bomb is interesting. Bojack again. Is he going to budge Bojack at this game? We'll see. Boo, Kefla, Bojack, and Bardock. So this is a and yeah, for the Goon Squad side, it's the same as well. So they've switched from Super Saiyan Vegeta to Bardock because they just know Bardock is the #1 tank right now. And Kefla is AFK, which is unfortunate. Golden's AFK. So that's maybe not going to be so good for their team. So yeah, we got just Kefla flying around as she usually does. They get some good poke in there. Vegito manages to pick off 6 the game immediately, which is very good. Bardock is trying to pick up Team Spawn's Bardock is trying to pick up the sword. They're not able to do that. The whole team is there now. There's no one AFK now. Team Spawn were actually doing well there until, well, the rest of the team showed up. But Bardock is dead, and you'll notice now their team is getting annihilated. But with Boo manages to hold in there with healing the Kefla. Kefla is obviously the second best character on their team. If not the best. Next to Bardock, so keeping her alive is huge. Bojack gets the sword, and I think they are in a bad position here. If you are trying to catch up to the sword carrier, you should not be behind them, or you're going to get knocked back. The knockback also slows your movement speed down further, so it's very bad. If you get knocked back, you're not going to be able to catch up. And they're actually going to be able to chip another wall here. They're going to be able to chip 2 walls, which is disastrous. The Kefla ult comes out and manages to finish off the Bojack. Then we've just got Snack Bomb and Spawn. I can't speak. I was too busy staring at Bardock, not Bojack. Maybe Bojack as well. Anyway, Bardock has the sword, and he's going to. Oh, the Bardock enemy Bardock ult, Goon Squad's Bardock ult comes back and knocks him back. Very good play there from Noctis. Who have we got alive still? Kefla and Boo again are holding strong. I think they're very good at dodging around, keeping Team Spawn's Kefla alive as part of their game plan. Goon Squad are kind of getting pushed back here. Fighting next to the rock is a bit hard. You don't have a lot of space here to work with. Huge knockback. Iwashimi is going to take the 3rd wall, and this is going to be a steal for Team Spawn. Very good job on the Bojack actually for his performance carrying the sword. He just went for it immediately. The Bojack with the sword, yeah, he should be MVP. Very good job there. We were just smack talking your character, and there you go. Kind of. Well, they did have the advantage that Golden or Ultra went AFK at the beginning, but I mean they came back pretty soon. It was just letting Bojack get the sword and not focusing him fast enough was very, very bad. Very dangerous for the enemy team. And no time with the sword for Golden Goon Squad. They tried their best to come back with the sword, but I think just once they had those 2 walls in, it was kind of over. And I forgot Bardock had the sword as well towards the end, but no, he did take the sword. You can see some of the stats there. Bojack, a lot of kills as well. But no, definitely keeping the Bojack alive. People underestimate Bojack, maybe that's why they didn't go after him, but yeah, also very good performances from both of the Boo players. Really focusing on keeping the most crucial character on their team alive, which was the Kefla or the Bardock. Need them alive. But no, those were some pretty good games. Never underestimate off-meta characters. What do you say, guys? Never underestimate. That's why if your teammate picks Frieza, don't say, "Why are you not on Ultimate Gohan? Why are you not on hit?" trust the method, trust the process. They've got this in the bag. That's because if you run into a player and they're picking a character who is like not top of the meta, and they're like one-tricking them, they probably know what they're doing more than the randoms you run into who, or it's like their first game with Kefla, and they probably just picked Kefla by accident. They thought it was cauliflower. But yeah, that's going to be Goon Squad passing into the finals. And we're going to see who the next matchup is. But yeah, you can see how quickly the tide turned, switching from Super Saiyan Vegeta to Bardock for Team Spawn in the second match. That just immediately gives you a huge boost because obviously you would like it to be the case that characters are kind of all the characters in each role kind of more evenly meet each other, but I mean, this is towards the end of the season, so just with Kefla being added, especially, the meta's just been thrown out of whack. There's always new characters being added, and their kits are a bit more versatile than older characters that came out on release. I definitely think the approach to characters so far has been releasing characters that have more than one stun or movement ability, whereas the launch characters were more limited. And yeah, characters like Bardock and Super Saiyan 4 are just kind of a testament to that, really. They can just do so much more than the other tanks. One thing I'm interested to see is if any of the teams will actually take Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, because I think he is actually good for this game mode. I think the shield, the knockback as well, if you can knock people away from the team. And his health is nothing to scoff at either. I think it's just how dominating Bardock is. Just Bardock's the go-to. I mean, I love to see him, obviously, but maybe not too much. I don't want to see too much of him. Sorry, my conversation just tends to go there. It happens. It happens. Why do you think there's no one else casting with me? But oh. So the team that Guerreros de Plata were against, I'm not quite sure what the upcoming team is, but it's going to be Goon Squad versus somebody. Goon Squad versus somebody. The Goon Squad. Who's going to beat the Goon Squad? But yeah, it's obviously going to be Team Spawn and Goon Squad, because they both picked up 1 point. They're going to go head to head in the tiebreaker. But yeah, it can... Oh no, I can't see the YouTube chat. Is there something interesting happening there? What's going on? What's going on, guys? Oh, okay. Imagine Boo did very good. Yeah. Yeah, the Boo plays. The heals are... You know, Boo is really good in this game mode. Hate Bardock in this game, love the character. I'm the same. I love Bardock in this game as well, but I'd prefer to see him on the home screen, so it's going to be Team Spawn and the Goon Squad again. Both same sides. And I think it's the same roles as well. It's fine. Farmer with shotgun on Boo. And Nail on Kefla. Well, Nail on Kefla in this game mode probably works. Because, I mean, you're not trying to steal bosses, are you? Actually, I think Nail might be better than President Furry in this game mode, because you're just always on the move. You're gonna quickly lose the radius of President Furry. I'm not sure if that's even his actual name. I forgot what his real name is. Rildo again. I didn't get to see much of the Rildo get used because, I mean, it's hard to tell. Spopovich on Noctis is interesting. Let's see that do some interesting things here.
Time for some
Got Bojack flying in. Bojack was the standout player of last game, along with the Boos, I think. The Bardock's doing their parts. Kefla immediately in there, getting the hits off with their rush attacks. Bardock manages to single out the Vegito, but I think this is this good? I don't know. Noctis is very low, but he gets the stun off on the Bojack. All of the team spawn is just trying to fly back, get back into the fight. Sword is left abandoned because Goon Squad has to fall back. I think maybe they could have stalled a bit more. 355 could have uninstalled that, but it happens. Knocking the sword carrier around, that is again why Boo is very good in this game mode. Especially if you max his dash. You should really be maxing his dash in the standard 4v4 as well. Bardock doesn't manage to pick up the sword. He gets knocked off. So they're going to pick up the two teammates. So I think what happened here is just two people died early on team spawn and they're just trying to catch up because it's a constant 2v4. This is constant 2v4 here. Because they're always coming back. Although Goon Squad is kind of getting chipped down for health. There goes the Boo. There goes 355. The DPS are gone. DPS and Boo are gone. They managed to stall at the wall. Noctis got body blocked at the wall again. Golden barely survives off the skin of his teeth thanks to Bro ? Fix the game. Is trying to put in some work here. The Kefla ult comes back. Doesn't manage to kill anyone, but it puts the health down. 2 Kefla ults. The other Kefla gets killed early, so that kind of cancels that. Noctis just giving a cheeky smack to the Bojack, just to tell him to back off, man. Iwashimi gets some damage on the wall there. Very good on the Bardock to just knock him all the way back, knock the sword carrier all the way back, which must be a bit frustrating for the enemy team. But that's why they both are running Bardock. It's a Kefla 1v1 again. The Keflas love to 1v1 each other to see who is the better Kefla player. Who can spam rush attacks the fastest. Miss is her big blast, I forgot what skill that is. But that deals the most damage in her kit actually. That could be devastating if it lands. Red team having to pull back again. Goon Squad having to pull back. Iwashimi cleaning up. Bardock gets scared back. Boo is doing his best. But they are actually going to break through the first wall because of the cleanup there. The Vegito cleaned up really, that's why he's spamming emotes. Yeah, we know it was you, Vegito, okay? Iwashimi, the Bardock again is just so hard to stop. I think, yeah, you need the enemy Bardock to knock him as far back as you can and focus him. All ults on the Bardock really need to come out. He has so much health. Night. Vegito manages to take out some kills. There's Noctis with the sword on his own, championing the champion of their team. Everyone.
I'll be your opponent.
So this is interesting what Noctis is doing here. He's just trying to stealthily walk past them, and for the most part they didn't notice. They didn't notice Noctis just kind of casually strolling, la-di-da-di-da, walking down the lane because he was in the bushes. But yeah, we might see more of that, of just people trying to sneakily backdoor. Noctis getting chipped down again by the Kefla. It's the Kefla's job really to take care of the Bardock. We've got Iwashimi. Kefla ults, but she's quite low, so she has to run off. And it's the Bardock, no one can really deal with him. Goon Squad are a bit low, but here comes Noctis again, getting him as far away as possible. Connects with the stun. Bojack doing his best. If he brings out the... oh, he brings out the slow. And that is very good for defense. Stopping them coming out of the spawn area, really. This might be where Bojack can kind of clutch it, is with the rock in the way. You can't walk around his zoning abilities, so his zoning skills are just really good once you get past that second wall. That might be hard to deal with. But yeah, good job for Team Spawn again. Kefla, MVP. If you play standard 4v4, you know it's just Kefla MVP every single game. And you're not going to see a lot of other animations. But yeah, I'll pull up the YouTube chat, don't worry. Pull up the YouTube chat. So that's 2 points to Team Spawn, 1 point to the Goon Squad. Good job, guys. Goon Squad! Yeah, I'll actually read the YouTube comments now. Just pretend that I'm a Twitch streamer and I'll like occasionally glance at the chat in the tiny right corner of the screen. Thanks for the 500 bits, guys. GG, guys. Goon Squad did their best. But once Team Spawn locked in Bardock instead of SSJ Vegeta, as much as I do like SSJ Vegeta, I think he's a fun character. But yeah, as soon as they locked Bardock in, it's just a completely different game. Because you saw there in that last game how much Noctis was doing, getting so much distance between the sword carrier and the walls in the base, just knocking him away to the other side of the map with the ult as well. SSJ4 can kind of do that, but he just doesn't have the sustain, I think. He doesn't have the damage reduction. When's Team Nexus gonna play? If Goon Squad win here, it's like 10-15 minutes. Something like that. Just waiting for everyone to lock in here. Yeah, we haven't really seen anyone swap roles yet. I think it wasn't that common. When the community tournament was on, you didn't see too many people swap around roles. It's generally because the one trick DPS, they want to stick to DPS. I think that's both the tank players, they are tank mains, so they're going to stick to that. Oh, Hits! I'm sorry, you're not allowed. Get out of my face. Get out of my face right now, Hits. Boo still with the farmer with shotgun. And nail on Kefla. Is Bro question mark gonna go Daimaku? I do like Daimaku, but he just might not be the best for this mode, to be completely honest. Because his health is a huge problem with him. Like even the buffs that Daimaku received recently, I don't think they really did much for him, because his biggest problem is the lack of health. And they didn't buff his health, they buffed his damage. So we'll see we underestimated the Bojack pick, and he's kind of carried one of the games, so we'll see how it goes, guys. Well, let's get started. Yeah, look at that Bardock booty. Yeah. There's the Kefla emote telling people to charge into battle. Boo flying ahead. He's wiggling around a bit. He's gonna trying to get around. Bardock Noctis gets a good Rildo skill 2 on the enemy team. So Kefla, the Daima Goku is getting pushed back a bit. He's just kind of poking. Actually, he's getting some good chip damage in. Vegito doesn't quite manage to take the sword. Team Spawn, I think they're pretty equal right now. Both teams are pretty equal except for the fact that Ultimate Gohan just came back. This is the first time we're seeing Ultimate Gohan. Bardock is gonna get the sword. Iwashimi needs focused ASAP, but unfortunately Team Squad are quite low right now.
You're lucky this time.
Except for Noctis, though, purely because Bardock is there, he's going to be able to push the sword carrier back. Is Team Spawn. Boo is, with the AoE max heal, is going to be able to heal Bardock enough just to get a tiny bit of chip on the wall. But here comes Vegito. Yeah, you've got to run from him, really. Noctis with the strategy again of kind of slinking through the bushes of love. Kefla's ult manages to chip them down a bit. And launched back by Bardock. Iwashimi tries to pick up the sword, isn't quite able. Bojack could pick up the sword here, and he's quite but he's gonna pick up the kill on Daima Goku instead. 355 Legends desperately trying to kill Bardock. So it's really just a matter of who can smash Bardock the fastest. And yeah, we're seeing both of the teams kind of trying to play safe here. Noctis flies in, he might get caught out for that, but instead Ultra gets focused. Gets a, with his last sliver of health really, just role-playing Bardock with his last ounce of life, launched the ult there to get a bit of distance. Iwashimi has picked up the sword again, is going to come in. Roll question mark is doing his best, but he actually gets picked off just by the Kefla. Huge AoE. I think she has longer AoE range than Daimaku. Maybe unless Daimaku has it stacked, but Ultimate Gohan is also quite good for this game mode, just his knocking people around as he usually does. He targets the Bojack. Is Bojack going to be able to kill Ultra? No, they've kind of left that fight. Bojack got taken out by the Ultimate Gohan. Iwashimi is going to level up at 7. Vegito, everything to kill with Vegito. Everything to kill with Vegito. The iframes of the Vegito ult on top of the Bardock is just very hard to deal with. Even that was like a 2v4 there. Boo, not scared. Yeah, so Boo is probably just going to heal his team here, and Noctis might get taken out. Yep, Noctis is done. 355 Legends is going to try and pick up the sword from Fix the Game and Snack Bomb. 355 Legends getting knocked about like nobody's business. Boo just running in. Give Boo food. His name is Snack Bomb, that's why he's coming for him. Bardock. Iwashimi is going to make it to the second wall. All the knockbacks on Iwashimi to try and stop him. Bro question mark just instantly lost all his health there. You'll see what I said about Daimaku really needs health buffs ASAP. Bojack kind of uses the rock as a cover, but he'll manage to get picked off here. Huge Kefla blast that knocks off like a 5th of his health. And the ult comes out. In the Kefla ult. That probably could have been used on the lower health people that were flying bot lane. But yeah, So I think Team Spawn is kind of using the same strategy as the Goon Squad. They're just flying as low as possible to avoid, to kind of go undetected by the team. They're going to manage to take out the second wall. Boo charging in. And that's time, actually. That game went by really fast, but it's actually going to be a third win for Team Spawn. A third win for Team Spawn. And even though I think Noctis on the enemy team and the Ultimate Gohan were really trying to keep Team Spawn at bay, I think it's just a matter of the Bojack zoning damage plus the Boo healing. The Boo healing I think just really turns the tide of battle there. It was just too hard to stop Bardock from securing the walls. Goon Squad gonna fight Nexus. I don't know why I lost the ability to speak there. That's the next you know, loss of senses for the average Dragon Ball fan. You can't read and you can't speak either. You know, that's what's hitting me next. You've got here I really like this for Boo. I think more people should build Boo this way, even in the standard mode, is the max heal, the max charge, and not even bothering about the ults. That's how I would play Boo as well, just in my personal opinion. And Bojack really focusing on the zoning abilities, which are quite good. Kefla focus on the beam attacks, which seems to be working for them. Ultimate Gohan, pretty standard build. Same for the Daimaku. Yeah, that's how you would build Daimaku there. And same for Vegito as well. Probably just ignore the skill 3. Although I think the slow on the Vegeta slow on skill 3, if you want to maybe go a more like kind of utility play with Vegito and kind of get the slow down off the skill 3, it might be good to build that up a bit higher. But just the damage I think is all you really need on Vegito. And yeah, it's the same builds for both Bardocks. You need the max skill 2 first. You immediately need max skill 2. You need the giant Rildo. I didn't even notice that Noctis went Tau Pai Pai. What the hell was he doing? What was he doing? Was he licking someone's forehead again? What was he doing that match? Interesting. Huge kills for the Kefla. Yeah, Kefla was just murdering everyone. And Boo, you'll notice both of the Bardocks have the same amount of deaths because they are single-handedly going for the sword and being the sacrificial lamb, really, just to make it to both ends. With his huge health bar, his huge behemoth of a health bar, really. But no, the Boo has been consistently good. Just the constant healing. I mean, I think if one of the teams has Boo, maybe it would be good for the other one to take Android 17 or something if they want to pick something a bit different, just to deny the heal. Yeah, no worries. Kefla, Boo, and Bardock is team comp. Yeah, Kefla's just a monster. Kefla's just a monster. I think she's quite overtuned right now because it says a lot that before Kefla was added, Oob was the #1 damage in the game, but then Kefla was added and now she's just been thrown to the top. And Kefla's even better than Oob, even though Oob is already pretty busted, but Kefla's on another league. Because with Oob it's just his ult, with Kefla it's everything, I think. Kefla's a huge problem. You need Android 17 against the Boo to deny his healing, and even then the Boo, if you're maxing the... I think that was interesting, when the Goon Squad had Boo, I could be wrong on this, it might have been Team Spawn, but when the Goon Squad were picking Boo, they were actually maxing his skill 1. I think you do want the skill 2 and the skill 3 max, you want the heal and the charge. Just to knock people around, just the zoning. They have a very strong zoning comp. which is the Bojack area with the wires the bondage guy brings out, and the of course the bombs. Very dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, Boo seems like a must pick. I will still stand by that. I think Frieza's like top 3 tech for this game mode, but we haven't seen a Frieza yet. I think people would like Frieza because if you have Frieza, you don't even need to bother with the team fights. You just use Frieza to buff the hell out of the movement speed of the sword carrier and just zoom right to the wall. And you could probably get an early game win, like you saw for the match before this one, the previous match, where the Team Spawn, they just stormed ahead and no one could stop them. They were just bulldozing through those barriers. These barriers made out of paper, because I'm not quite sure how many hits the walls take to kill. It's like 3 or 4 hits to kill the walls. But that really isn't all that much, so if you just leave the enemy sword carrier to attack the walls for just a few seconds, that's one of your defenses gone and you're in a very bad position. I feel like I'm talking about this way too seriously. I'm making it sound like as if this is a fucking life or death situation. It's not. This is a pretty casual, goofy game mode. But yeah, this is going to be Nexus against the Goon Squad for the next bracket, for the losers finals. So I was wrong here. I thought it was only the winners brackets, but obviously we've got quite a lot of teams to get through. So it's going to be like the losers finals first, and see who gets to play for the winners. And we've got another Boo, another Kefla, another Vegito, another Bardock. Pretty standard play for both teams. Both teams have the same team comp. Yeah, they've clearly done their notes. Although Shu I think is interesting. I forgot they changed Shu to not increase your damage. I think it just gives you marked and visibility. I don't know. Maybe they could use that in the bushes or something. Just put it that plonk that down in the bushes of love, and we'll see what it does. Bro question mark is back on the Boo. They've switched Bro question mark from damage to tech. I think he was in tech earlier as well. Satoru and Mohammed. Kefla got picked up really quickly, so Boo is going to need to heal her. Not going to be able to do that, and now it's turned in the Goon Squad's favour because they're all quite low and haven't managed to stay in the fight with enough heals. Although Kefla is back and having her at max is good. So it's just the case that Goon Squad didn't push fast enough there, I think. Noctis is going to take out the sword carrier, is going to take out the enemy Bardock. The Boo's charging in, Vegito charging in, Kefla Blast almost takes out the Boo, he gets finished off there. Noctis gets knocked back by, he misses the Bardock's skill too. Then we've got 355 Legends and Bardock pounding on next. The Kefla Big Beam doesn't do too much, but the other Vegitos, it's hard to keep track of all the ultimates coming out on screen. Now Kefla just kills everyone. But the Bro question mark Boo ult, he doesn't manage to eat her though. Yeah, I was wondering, he was trying to eat her there. It didn't quite work. The Bardock ult manages to knock them back a bit, but it doesn't do enough. Next is trying to move with the sword, but there's the Boo is just going to keep him away from the wall. So the sword ability, we haven't seen that used too much. I think the sword carrier just usually gets bursted down too fast to use the sword ability, but it is a big knockback and it can deal damage as well, so you have to be careful with that. Kefla ult again is going to finish off the whole enemy team. she's basically just Oob 2.0, just killed the whole team with her ult. Golden gets bashed by Next on Bardock. Next getting knocked into a corner. Red team are all back now, but with the boo heals on Nexus, they're going to stay alive, and having Next at full health. I think this is the difficulty with this team comp, is who do you even focus? I would say you need the boo killed. The boo and the Kefla need to die ASAP, but also if Bardock gets the sword, that's disastrous as well. So just overall, I do think you need to consider who you're targeting here. But the sword carrier is just gonna stroll on through the circle and claim a win there from the Goon Squad. I'm hoping the Goon Squad makes it to the finals, but they seem to be getting choked here by Daddy Vegito. Might I add? Yeah, that's game. Again, the Kefla doing quite a lot. Both Keflas for that matter. Both Keflas doing quite well. And Satoru with the ults is nothing to scoff at either. So you can see here, the game just ended too fast really for them to rank up their skills too much. Vegito got the max skill 1 though, and Golden has also maxed the skill 2. And again, both Bardocks have the same kind of build. But yeah, that's interesting. The shoe pick. I wonder if that is just for vision or something, because I think Bubble / Billa is maybe a bit better. But yeah, you'll see here, Vegito actually had most handle on the Z sword for this match. Normally it's just the Bardock, but what they were going for here is I think Vegito dropping his ults to take the enemy team out as soon as possible, and then taking the sword. So kind of going for focusing the enemy team to kill them, and then they can safely walk down the aisle with the sword, which is exactly what they did there. So what have we got this time? Same matchup? I'm a bit disappointed. I thought Next was going to take the Super Saiyan 4. But Golden is going to switch to Bojack. Could that be? Possibly. Is he going to switch off Kefla? Bojack? Bojack maybe? Golden Bojack? Is he going to take Bojack? He is. We love the off meta. Finally, there's no way Golden is not picking a meta character. He's actually playing Bojack. Although that might just be because he saw Bojack win earlier. They kind of got their ass handed to them by Bojack. So who knows? Maybe he's a really good Bojack. I don't know. But besides that, the team matchups, the team composition is pretty much the same.
3, 2, 1.
Oop. Okay, Boo movement is really good here, just to go for the sword immediately, although he's actually going to run in and knock the Bojack out of position. However, they're going to... Noctis is really deep in there. Lord Bojack, 345 Legends, is... so Noctis, by kind of knocking away, singling out people, has managed to chip down their health to the extent that the Goon Squad is going to possibly get a team wipe here. If not for the Boo. The Boo just came back at the last second to save Satoru there. But the enemy team does have a Boo as well. The Kefla beam comes out and takes out some of the Goon Squad, so I think they just needed to kill that last team member of Nexus as soon as possible. They might have had the sword, but instead, next of Nexus is going to take it off. That's a mouthful. Bro question mark healing Noctis up, but smart play is just ult the Bardock as soon as possible. You want the Bardock gone. As the Goon Squad do want for this Bardock. So Ultra is attacking Vegito. Just to kind of keep him at bay. I mean, as Bojack, you are very vulnerable. He's just trying to stay alive there. 355 Legends comes in, grabs the sword, and they're doing the same thing the Nexus was doing last game, which is getting Vegito with the sword. This is something I actually didn't think about. Is Vegito has a special interaction with the Boo ult, so that actually means it's harder to focus him if he is the sword carrier. Because every team's taking Boo today, for the most part. Take off Muhammad is just able to kill him, but that takes Bardock out of the fight that's happening down here. Noctis knocks him in the wrong direction. He needs to knock him back, really. But yeah, I think you have to watch your positioning when you're attacking the sword carrier. You have to be facing them and not behind them, or you're going to get knocked back like they all got there. You have to watch your positioning there. But Noctis is good. He is standing in front of enemy Bardock. He's going to get some knockback there. Kefla ult doesn't quite do enough to kill the Goon Squad, but it's enough to chip them down enough to where they can be taken out. They can be taken out. The Boo has the advantage of numbers on his team side. He can just keep them alive with the AoE heal. So after Vegito's going to pick up the sword again. He just needs one hit on the wall. Oh! He managed to knock everyone back and take out the wall at the same time. So that was just very lucky, I think. And it's the classic Bardock versus an entire team. Like, this is just ridiculous, really. He's so hard to kill. You need the whole team for him. The Bojack ult comes out. Wow! And the Bardock Rildo on Goon Squad team combined with the Bojack ult just obliterated their health, really. And the Bro question mark manages to ult the Vegito as well. That was the Bardock, sorry. He's gonna get taken out. Here comes Noctis. Here comes Noctis. And you couldn't kill Bardock with a whole team. How are you gonna kill him with two people? It's just a Bardock moment there. Good timing on the knockback, however, next CC's Noctis just for long enough to stop him chipping through the wall, but not quite. He manages to last hit the wall with a sliver of health left. I love Bojack's maniacal laughing. Here comes the Kefla ult. Red beams everywhere. And 355 Legends might be able to clean up here. We'll see how he does. He's kind of alone here. They're all quite low. This Vegito gets the sword. Their whole team is down. They might be able to get some progress here, sorry. Noctis just ramming his head into the wall. I mean, that's what a lot of Bardock players do on a daily basis. Sorry, I'm not trying to bully me. The Vegetos are kicking each other. Noctis making his way in. Goes in, poking people down with the Bojack Blast, but you do have to be standing further back for his max damage. The knockback off the sword. He stood in a really good position with the rock. That was pretty wild. Oh, that's so close. I thought for a second there, Nexus were gonna take it, but because of the team wipe, we get to see that succulent Bardock booty. We love to see it. I was talking smack about Bardock earlier, but I can't say nothing about that. And want another kind of smack for that. But good job, Goon Squad. Good job, Goon Squad. Oh, also, don't worry, I am actually looking at the YouTube comments. It's just while I'm focusing on the game, I'm not going to look at the comments as much. So yeah, don't worry. I figured out how to do it. Don't worry, I've got the one monitor issue. Don't worry, I've figured out where my phone is. But yeah, we're going to see again Kefla dominating the damage. Bojack, because Vegito, they decided to assign Vegito to carry the sword. Bojack had the most damage, probably because of the really good Rildo Skill 2 Bardock skills that just held everyone in place for that huge Bardock ult. And towards the end there, Vegito cleaned up and managed to wipe the team. So that was really good. Again, the max heal and the max charge on Boo, as well as the zoning abilities, the Kefla zoning. It's interesting, Mohammed went max skill 3 on Kefla instead of the bombs. But I think that can work as well. That can definitely work as well. And also Vegito, Nexus's Vegito taking advantage of the slow on Vegito's skill 3 also helped a bit in terms of slowing down our team. Yes, I killed him. Chat, let me know if I'm talking about handsome men too much. I'm sorry. But, I mean, it's rough for me. I gotta watch all these games and Bardock is in every single game. I mean, Vegito's there as well. I quite like Vegito. I mean, it would be better if it was Gogeta with his beer chest, you know. But I'll take it. Shu instead of Bubbles Bula. Yeah. Is a play. It's interesting. We've got Nail on Kefla again. And Botomo for Vegito. But Noctis is staying strong with the Kaba. I mean, Kaba is, speaking of Gogeta, Kaba is strong enough to take out SSJ for Gogeta, so I don't know. You gotta be scared of him when he gets plonked out on the battlefield. You gotta be scared of that.
Well, let's get started.
Emoting like crazy. Emoting like crazy here.
Let's see some real Saiyan power.
Boo's. We'll see if it turns into a Boo 1v1, which Boo is going to slam into each other. They're both going to slam into each other, big pink balls of jelly. Who's going to take the sword? It's going to be Bojack, Bardock maybe, sorry, not Bojack. No, it could be Bojack. Golden's just kind of focusing on poking people down. Goon Squad. Bojack gets a good zoning there with his bombs. Kefla is left up. Are they going to be able to take out the Kefla? And Noctis again with the sword, straight for the wall. Oh, manages to get through the wall. The Goon Squad are low now. I think, question mark, he needed to come back a bit and heal the team a bit more. Yeah, like that. He maybe was a bit too far ahead. Nexus are coming back to the fight. Kefla picks up the sword. We'll see how long she lives for, but her health actually is not... You'll notice she has the smallest health bar there. So, I mean, you just kind of take wherever you can get. Oh, oh, oh! Underestimating the Bojack ult. That's deadly. Should have ran out of there. Don't walk into the Bojack ult. Next, getting knocked around, but he's just the only person there. The Rildo is decent there actually. The Rildo manages to slow him down a bit. Who's gonna get the sword? Who's gonna get the sword? This might be 355 Legends on Vegito. He was kind of crucial to winning the last game actually, with wiping everyone. Can he do the same again? Oh, Boo is trying his best to keep the Vegito alive, but he doesn't quite manage. And they're going to get pushed back behind the wall. Kefla's ult comes out, kind of tickles them down. They can all just get murdered. If they come close enough, they're all just going to die. I think in some situations, especially if Boo is dead, it might be better just to run into the team and die so you can reset your health. Boo dies, not very good for their team. They might be in trouble now. Although, yeah, enemy Boo is dead though, and so is the Bardock, so it's all on Nexus's Vegito and the Kefla. And that's another wipe! That's another wipe. because of Bardock, Bojack, and Vegito. I think they were all good in that team fight there. However, they don't get too much progress because the game's still early, so the cooldown, the respawn timer is still a bit short. And Noctis is gonna spawn on top of another really good Bojack ult actually. It's gonna get some good damage in. And it's just the Bardock swinging at each other because Goon Squad's whole team is dead. It's just them all pounding on Bardock here, getting four-manned, getting swallowed up. Okay, I need to stop. But his whole team is back, so Noctis doesn't need to sweat so hard. Bardock next is doing his best. I think this is a good position though to have the sword in the centre, because then it's anyone's game really. Oh!
It's nothing. Trust me.
It's the Bojack again! Was Golden born to play Bojack? Is he born to play Bojack? I don't know. He just seems really good with the timings of his skills of his bombs and everything. Or Nexus just aren't moving out of them fast enough. We kind of underestimate the Bojack damage. It's nothing to laugh at. You gotta focus in. Oh, Bardock, Noctis. So you'll notice the cooldown timer on the sword. So you shouldn't really try to pick that up in the middle of a team fight, or it'll just get blocked. But it's good for stalling purposes though. So Kefla desperately trying to kill the Bardock, and they will eventually. But I mean, he is a machine. Bardock is really just like the Terminator. He comes in and you can't deal with him except there. Bojack comes in again. I would be scared at this point. You know, this is like an alternate universe. If at the end of the Bojack movie, it was Super Saiyan. It was Bojack who won against Super Saiyan Gohan. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. He turned the tides. Maybe it's an alternate universe. But yeah, we're gonna get a timeout here before they can make more progress. And yeah, Goon Squad were dominating for quite a bit of that match, just getting 2 team wipes. Very good performance. Very good performance there. Nexus definitely tried. I think they were good. They've these 2 games in a row, they've consistently been good in the early game. But I think just the huge clutches, whenever they're starting to get low health, it might be better if they just run in and get killed so they can respawn with health faster. Because yeah, the Goon Squad have just been picking up stragglers and wiping the team. But yeah, you can see here. Again, the Boo Max heal is what everyone's going for. The Boo Max heal and the charge, and nobody really cares about the Boo ult. I mean, you can get, even if you just get, usually you just get one person with the Boo's ult anyway. But yeah, the Bojack was quite strong here with the plays. Vegito as well. Vegito always does well in this game mode. I think he is one of the top picks for this game mode. He's the only one that's not broken who is. So yeah, you'll notice there. Vegito on the Nexus's team. Yeah, just quite a few times they just had their team wiped, unfortunately. But I think they both tried about the same. Even though Nexus's Bardock next, he had more deaths than Noctis. He had the same amount of almost the same amount of damage received. It was just because so yeah, I think that is the case. They needed to focus Noctis, who was carrying the sword there. They needed more damage on him. But good plays all around. I think it's just a case that if it's a situation where your team is low and you left the DPS alive, you might be cooked. I see that, Levy. I see that. Is Bojack the play? He might be. He might be. I saw nothing. You're right, I saw nothing. I've accidentally blurted out some things during the stream. Maybe I shouldn't have, but other than that, I think I've been well behaved. I've been mostly well behaved. No, just sometimes I act up. I'm sorry. We've just had straight Bardock games. It's hard. It's hard, guys. So, oops. It's tough. Life is tough, guys. When you see Bardock all the time. Noctis on tank. Yeah. He's been on tank all day. Just don't let Noctis pick Cell, or you might be in trouble. But that's not a fault with him, that's because, well, it's Cell. and Dabura. No, he's playing Bardock. Probably sounds like I'm talking to myself here, so it's like I'm hearing the voices. I'm fine. Yeah. I hope so. Does he ever not play meta, Noctis? No. He played it. He plays if Noctis, if he loses one game, he rage quits. So that's probably why he doesn't want to pick off meta, because he'll just get blasted on Cell and then have to leave. Happens. If only I saw 17 here. We need to see more Android 17 plays. We saw one Android 17 at the beginning. We have not seen him since. I think if you want to take something other than Boo, then Android 17, because with the shields, normally on Android 17, if you're playing him as standard 4v4, I think you would take max skill 1 and 2. But in this game mode, you got max the shields. It's very much a support-driven game. Sword delivery, I think. And alt hand. 17 just looks better. That's true. I would rather stare at Android 17 and his, he's a cutie pie. Boo is cute as well, just not in that way, you know? Like, if it's gonna be me alone with Android 17 or Boo, it's gonna be Android 17 every day of the week. Unless it's Boohan. Then I might reconsider. Because Boohan, even though he's got the big pink antenna, he is rather dashing. Is he not? Maybe, kind of fingers crossed, we'll get him in an upcoming season, but maybe that's just me. Maybe we need more Hit. Wise, I have bad news for you. Hit is banned. Or rather good news, because I would rather see Bardock every single game than see one game of Hit. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to this guy on the stream. This dude. This Wise Waddle D is who I'm talking to. Hit's banned, bro. He's not gonna be in these games tonight. Hit gameplay is just... Oh, we actually have a Broly here. I should actually just focus on the match itself and not people who are yapping in the stream. But it is actually Broly here. Broly, I would say if you're not going to take Kefla or something, you should probably go Vegito or Broly. So this is the first Broly we have today. And he's got the Dorito Dust Vegito skin. Dorito Vegito, as I like to say. Same matchup, same team composition for the Green Squad. Zamasu, Fuse Zamasu next season, please. I 100% agree, Redacted. I really want Fuse Zamasu. I mean, if there's one thing more beautiful than base Zamasu, is Zamasu with a full head of hair, just looking gorgeous. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll actually focus on the game now. But anyway, we've got Boos, both of the Boos flying again to grab the sword. Let's see what Broly does in this game.
Come on, let's give everyone a good
Boo maybe heals a bit early there, but you probably do want the early heals just to stay in the fight. Noctis gets good knockback with the sword. Bardock has been focused very quickly. Boo Next on Boo is trying to keep him alive.
I plan to
So
finish
Next
this
has
job
swapped off
thoroughly.
from Tank, I believe, to Tech. Noctis, everything to kill the Noctis. Maybe Mogrim. He probably needed to do the transform, but they needed to stop the Bardock. Sorry. Oh, no, scary. Yeah. So he's going to be able to finish off Golden, and that was almost a team wipe there, except for Noctis flying in. And this is definitely what you want to do if you're the last one alive. You just need to fly in there right away and not wait for your team. You need to stall if it's in this kind of situation. But Nexus are going to get picked off by and wiped again, which is very unfortunate. So Vegito again on the sword. Vegito on the sword is quite good. You'll notice Vegito has quite a lot of health for a DPS character. He's more of a bruiser. The Bojack ultimate doesn't do too much, but I mean it was aimed at them. So here comes the Broly ult, and unfortunately it's the ult just kind of killed him there too late. He wasn't able to stop the damage on the wall. So this is going to be very hard to defend against. If you lose all your walls early, you can't afford another team wipe or losing most of your team. Unfortunately, it looks like Boo is going to get focused down, which denies the healing. However, both sides Boo are dead, and you'll notice the team fight is going a lot smoother now because he's dead. He's a bit of the pink menace is keeping everyone alive. Boo charging in to deal with the Bardock. However, not noticing that there is Noctis with the sword at the top. Broly comes stomping in, saw Noctis and beeline straight for him, but I think Nexus' team, they were still respawning, so they weren't able to focus the Bardock. I honestly don't think they're going to kill Noctis before he reaches the end circle. Yeah, that's a huge knockback. Oh, well, maybe they can kill him. Actually, the Bardock done throwing him into the rock, and the bonus damage from that is really what secured the kill on Noctis there. Sorry, I'm just recovering my breath. There's just a lot happening. The Bojack throwing out his balls of destruction. Mogrim trying to recover the fight, but Noctis is going to secure the sword again. And yeah, this is just the danger of it. Like, if you can't deal with the Bardock, then he's just going to make a beeline straight for the sword and do the objective. So Boo's doing his best to heal Satoru, but he's going to make it to the center. And a bit of a cheesy play there. He didn't need to knock everybody back. You were already there, Noctis. Just drop the thing. Just drop the sword.
Oh, give me a break.
Spamming emotes. Yeah, I feel you.
You
Oh, Vegito! Oh, Vegito on a very nice, legendary MVP animation where you get to see him walking. Of course, the golden one, you get to see his backside view a bit better. But yes, I should be talking about the actual game instead. So I think both teams did well here. Next, yeah, Max and Heal on the dash again. Surprised? Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. The Boos are kind of under level. They just have to focus on the team fight and they don't get as many kills. The Bojack just kind of poking them. The Vegito. Both Vegetos, kind of the ones responsible for wiping either team. The Broly pick was interesting. I like to see Broly there, although it seemed like his team couldn't survive long enough for the Broly to really find his stride. Noctis won with meta. He's so good, yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's be fair though. If you're not picking Bardock in his game mode, you're kind of throwing anyway. So I'll at least admit that for this game mode. But I think both teams they played admirably. It's just interesting. Only the Boo was able to pick up the sword for Nexus. But yeah, that's 3 wins for 3 points for the Goon Squad. So the Goon Squad are going to make it to the out of the losers bracket. Bardock is fun. Yeah. He's fun. He's handsome. Play style, sure. Golden Squad comeback is real. The epic MVP animation for Vegito is better. Yeah. You get a rear view instead of the front. Although, I mean, you've got to flex the legendary one if you have it. But it's just personal taste, you know? It's just personal taste. But Daisy, you can't be talking smack about Zamasu. You always shame me for picking Zamasu. I'm gonna come for you. Zamasu's coming for you. He's gonna hit you with his divine justice. He was good before. The problem is just play more defensively. If you have, the thing is, I think the issue people have is because almost every single game you are playing with either SSJ4 or Bardock, usually Bardock. If you see any other tank, people just don't know what to do or how to play with them. You can't play the same way. If it's a cell, you have to just ignore Kai basically, just back farm until he gets 7. And it was the same for Zamasu before the buffs. But that's just for the standard game mode. We've got a comment here from Redacted. If they nerf Bardock's skill 1, maybe the length of his skill 2, I'll be happy. Oh, for sure. The biggest problem with Bardock right now, I mean, you saw him every single Bardock we've seen so far has made huge plays of just knocking the sword carrier back to the other side of the map. And that is an issue. Also with how much damage it deals, they Goon Squad were able to come back on that match just because of the Bardock skill 1 damage, bashing him into the rock and getting the bonus damage from that. And that, I forgot who it killed. It killed someone though. But really, 3 charges of that is overkill. I honestly think if Bardock just had 1 charge of it, it would still be strong. I don't know why he needs 3. He needs 3 of that thing. And the skill 2, yeah. I think not even how long it lasts, just the range really. Because once Bardock's skill 2 is maxed, you're just trapped in his CC, and it covers almost the entire length of the lane. It's too much, I think. The radius is too big. So I've seen so many times. If every charge of his skill 1 combos into each other. Yeah, you can just spam it like an ape. Like it's funny. I was talking about when I was watching Bardock's initial reveal, and I was thinking about how is he going to be hard to play? Is he going to be more of a skilled character? I honestly thought he would be more difficult to play, but he's not really, because you can just spam his skill 3, and if you get even one person in his skill 2, that could be a whole team wipe. So, and he has a massive health bar as well. But yeah, I think I'm going to take a drink here because I've been talking for like 2 hours straight. And I just bought this. Oh, right, we are taking a break. Okay, good. Yeah, perfect. Bit trolling. And we're back, so it's gonna be Team Spawn against the Goon Squad again. Are the Goon Squad going to be able to goon hard enough to beat the Spawns? We'll see. We'll see. Who is going to take the #1 spot for Z-Sword Clash? I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't think a Finders Keepers tournament is happening. I'm sorry. I don't think it's happening. I don't think enough people like the game mode. There was complaints. I remember there was complaints that it's too slow. I think if they speed up the pace of the game, more people might like it. But yeah, it's gonna be Team Spawn against Goon Squad again. Bro ? Still on tech. Iwashimi is on tank again. We're just gonna look at the players here. So again, Spawn, tank main. It seems like tank / DPS main and doesn't care for tech. Can't blame him at the current state of the techs in the game. Android 17 main, top 500 tech and tank. Interesting. Well, he's got more points on DPS than me. I mean, I'm still E rank on DPS, so I never get the chance to play it. Top 500 for DPS, tank, and quite high tech as well. Oh, this got a Broly. I never noticed the Dabura badge. He's a Dabura main. Impressive. Top 100 damage for Iwashimi. He's been playing nothing but tank, I'm pretty sure, so it's interesting. That's actually his lowest role besides the tech and the damage. Then we've got the Topo one trick, the Topo main. We haven't seen Topo. I'm not really surprised why, but I don't think he'd work for this game mode, but he is top 600 tank. And bro ? Is top 1000 damage one trick, it seems like, and doesn't care about tank. You should play tank, it's fun. If you have good teammates. Another DPS one trick got top 200 DPS, and he just kind of got S rank on tank and stopped playing it, presumably. And Noctis, of course, who is a disgusting hit player. Sorry, I love you, Noctis, I'm sorry. Also, I didn't notice the Kale badge. I have to shame you for that as well, for being a Kale main. On top of Bardock and hits. I mean, those are like, that's like the 3 strikes and you're out, really. I'm sorry. You've been good this game, but yeah. I've got to call into question who you decide to main. It's grand finals, bro. Hype. But yeah, if anyone else wants to be me to shame their mains, just put your hands up. I'll come after you. You say you main hits? I'm peering outside your house right now. This music's so bouncy. And one person on Team Spawn has Vamoosed has vanished, so we'll see what's the deal with that. Did his computer spontaneously combust? I don't know, we'll see. He got turned to ashes like Elder Kai in the Z-Sword in the alternate Future Trunks timeline. He just got turned to stone by the Dabura and the sword. I mean, that's the ultimate shame, really, is actually dying to Dabura. See, I told you guys I would keep... Even weak characters are at my mercy. I will shame you for picking weak characters or broken characters. You can't win. You can't win. You just have to... The only character I can't shame you for playing is Baby. Because I'm a Baby main. I literally just can't. Even if he's broken beyond belief, actually. I would probably stop playing Baby if that was the case. We're not going to see Baby in this game mode. I hate it, but it's true. He's just a bit garbo. Sorry. The prizes. Well. Look what you get if you win. The Goon Squad lucky team, because they had like 3 disqualifications, so they're up for grabs on the... but yeah, you saw some other competitors on Team Spawn. They actually had the silver badge, the Season 3 silver badge for winning it. So you do get character badges. I think you keep them for the season, possibly. I'm not 100% on that. Top 4, apparently all top 4, you get the badges. You get a Vegito stamp, which the effect on it looks a bit nice. You get a Vegito skin, so they're really telling you, please play Vegito. I mean, I'll take Vegito any day over Kefla personally. 10,000 Zenny and 20 P3 capsules, so basically 20 blue emotes. 20 blue emotes, 20 cool and collected. So, you know, besides the, well, capsules, it's not a bad reward, is it? Look, yeah, Vegito does look nice. He looks shiny, reflective. The only way the skin could be better if he had his shirt off, honestly. If instead of the reflective skin, his oiled up, greased up chest was the thing being reflected. Okay, so I went off the rails a bit there. It had to go there at some point, didn't it? Sorry. But it's Golden sticking to the Bojack. I'm proud of him for switching off Kefla, personally. I'm proud of him for switching off Kefla.
Get started.
Well, let's get started, yeah. Noctis, everyone pretty much playing the same kind of characters. 3x5 Legends on Vegito. Fix the game on Bojack. Oh no, we're getting a Bojack mirror. So we'll see who can Bojack it the most. We'll see. This is very bad, is Bojack is getting focused by the enemy Bardock. Noctis is kind of doing the same thing. You'll notice that they're trying to single out the damage as soon as possible with Bardock. You can just do that. If you just run at someone, you'll probably die. So Bojack was lucky to survive that, being focused by the Team Spawn's Bardock. He could have used some follow-up maybe. Team Spawn's Bardock Iwashimi. But 2 kills there on the Boo and the Bojack at the same time. And just Noctis is left alive again to kind of survive. He gets a charge in right on the Bojack, and that's all he can do before piecing out. But yeah, the bombs here are not going to be too bad on the Bojack. Kefla ult comes out and basically kills the Boo because of that. Finishes off Bojack, Golden on Bojack, and Iwashimi manages to secure the sword. Noctis doing his best to get some distance against Iwashimi. The sword knockback comes out. Bojack's zoning, the super Bojack's zoning abilities come in really come in handy, because of course Bojack's the bondage kind of I need to stop. Okay, but the zoning area, it slows your movement speed down. It slows your movement speed down, so that is very good for this game mode. Kefla misses the skill, but Kefla could probably take out the Vegito, but they do of course need to focus Noctis here. They need to focus Noctis on Bardock. Iwashimi gets caught in the Bojack ult that is going to take out Boo and him. Goon Squad are playing it safe behind the wall, but because Bojack has the sword now... Oh, he managed to interrupt it just in time. I thought Bojack got the sword, he didn't. Boo flies in with the heal, and it's going to be a close defense against the wall. Both teams really good at defending this game. Maybe this is the Bojack mirror. It's the power of the Bojack mirror. Unfortunately, Kefla ult is very powerful. That's going to take out half their health bar, the whole team. And Iwashimi is still going to manage to chip the wall down. Yeah, Kefla just dealt quite a lot of damage on the Goon Squad, so they weren't able to recover from that. And this is another reason Bardock is so good for sword carrying, is if you have a character who can transform, that's another boosted health bar to keep you with the sword longer. So that's why people are taking Vegito to take the sword as well. Iwashimi kind of chipping down Noctis's health with the sword. That's a bit of a smart play there. Just kind of chip his health down. Because the sword does deal more damage than Bardock's other skills, I think. Big knockback against the Goon Squad. This might be another... Oh, this has been a longer game actually. Oh, but the Bojack ult. Oh, Noctis. Noctis saved them there with the knockback, but Iwashimi with the Bojack ult actually manages to kill the Goon Squad. Turns Noctis into candy. He can fly now. Both Boos really going at it, trying to shove each other's team elsewhere, anywhere but near the sword. Noctis trying everything to touch the sword. Oh, they don't quite manage. They don't quite manage to stop him. I think, yeah, Noctis was just trying to hide in the bushes there. He's just trying to hide from them. That's going to be a team wipe though. Yeah, they tried. They tried. I do think in this instance it was probably the Kefla difference. Like Kefla's ult twice there, I think took out a lot of them, so it's hard to recover from that. But oh, surrender. I think that might be the first surrender today. Yeah. I mean, they could have just waited another half a second for Bojack to come in and place the sword, but I guess they weren't having it. Well, there's the Kefla MVP you're used to seeing if you play standard 4v4. You're used to seeing that every game. No one else gets MVP but Kefla. But still, good job. No, I think it does come down to the really clutch Bardock knockbacks. I think Ultra... I didn't pay too much attention, honestly, to fix the game on Bojack there. I think both Bojacks were doing about the same. Yeah, they had the... a similar build as well. Just Team Spawn were higher level, but they kind of edged out. We have been seeing a lot of Kefla with Nail used today. Yeah, I think with like a fast moving character like Kefla, Nail is probably better because you're just gonna run out of the furry president's damage boost radius. So and Nail damage is nothing to sleep on. It can be quite good. Team Spawn cooking. Yeah. Let's see the Bojack diff. I mean, I don't want to be mean. I think just the Goon Squads, they were getting ragged on a bit by Kefla, so it was hard for them to survive. And also you saw a few times there, Iwashimi on Bardock was just kind of like singling out the DPS so they can't do anything. So that was difficult to deal with. But no, Team Spawn's Bojack did very good. And you'll notice the damage received from Vegito. The damage received from Vegito is massive. So, I mean, he was really the tank there, wasn't he? I think that's just the iframes. The health boost Vegito gets from the transform and the iframes on his ultimate makes him survive just that bit longer, but I do think it's because Vegito was getting focused there by Iwashimi. So yeah, we'll see if Goon Spawn, I've just made them do Metamoran fusion or something, combine their names. But anyway, we've got Goon Squad are probably going to take the same things again. 19-0 is wild. Yeah. Kefla is a big problem right now, I hope. Oh, Frieza! Oh no! So disappointed. Don't take hit here, that's a disqualify. That's a disqualify. I thought I was going to see a Frieza there, got excited for a second, but no. No Frieza! No Frieza for me today. Fingers crossed. No Frieza. There's no way Frieza's getting picked here. Well, if I was on tech, I would pick Frieza, even though I'd probably lose. But I mean, I still think he's very good. I think he's very good. People are just kind of sleeping on him. They think because he can't heal, he can't shield, that he's useless in this game mode. Not at all. He has the huge speed boost of his skill tree, and he can slow and knock
I guess
back
I
with
could
his
blow off
skills,
some
which
steam.
only
Let's see
Ultimate
some real
Gohan can do.
Saiyan
So
power.
actually, if you keep him alive, very good for this mode, I think.
There's only one way to win.
Both Bardock's immediately going for the back line. Iwashimi gets his hands all over Bojack. And that's going to be it. Fix the game on Bojack, taken out. And Iwashimi is doing the exact same tactic, so this is a good mirror. They both have a good strategy, just kill the Bojack immediately. However, the Goon Squad weren't able to take too much advantage of the fact that they killed Bojack because he just came immediately. Iwashimi is going to die, which is very bad if the tank dies here. He is so low that you might as well just run in and die. Boo is not going to be able to heal that much health. Kefla might get picked off here. Yep. Bojack's down for Golden on Bojack. So Bro question mark is managing to keep his team in the fight, despite the fact we're taking a huge amount of damage. Vegito doing quite well also. Noctis again with just managing to do something even if he's low. Oh, standing in the knockback of the sword. Yeah, that's how much damage it deals. Kefla is... I'm surprised they didn't manage to kill the Bojack faster, but yeah, that's a very good team wipe for Team Spawn. They managed to get the wipe on Bojack. Bro question mark comes in. Oh, he fixed the game in the drop clip, but wasn't able to take advantage of that much because his team wasn't there. Iwashimi again is just kind of backdooring, so I think this is... Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't really ignore the Goon Squads. We're kind of going for the backline, trying to go for the damage characters on Team Spawn's team, but by doing that, they let Iwashimi on Bardock kind of progress with the sword. So it's a bit risky to do that. I do think you need the whole team on Bardock because he's very hard to kill. Like I said, he's a Terminator, he's a machine. He just keeps getting up and coming at you. He's a monster. So you'll see here with Noctis on the sword. Team Spawn did a very good job of focusing Noctis there. 355 Legends tries to clean up and pick up a kill on Kefla or Boo. So Team Spawn recovering here. Unfortunately, 355 Legends wasn't able to kill them in time because of the Boo heal. But he tried. Gets a good knockback from Iwashimi. Kefla dies during the ult, which is unfortunate. A good ult by Spawn Guar on Boo. He managed to turn it someone into chocolate and take them out. And another team wipe, so that's team wipe for both sides of this game. Now Goon Squad are in a bit of a better position. Unfortunately, Kefla and Bardock came right back. They're like, I'm not done yet. They're not done yet. I hadn't even realised Noctis hadn't even used the transform yet. So that's quite bad. He's full health again. Spawn Guar, trying to heal his team. Oh, big Rildo from Iwashimi. I know it's not Rildo, but it's basically Rildo. Okay. They're going to manage to take out most of the Goon Squad. The Bojack, good placement of the Bojack slow. The Bojack slow field. But unfortunately, I think Bojack is going to get taken care of quite quickly, and then there's no one to defend against Bardock. He's just going to power through. Noctis comes in with a knockback again. Boo is ran into the wall, sadly. Oh, Iwashimi, he's taking a lot of damage. Kefla ult comes out. Still not able to kill Bardock with the Kefla ult. I think that might be because of the level difference. They picked off a bit too many kills early, so they just had the advantage. So that's going to be 2 wins for Team Spawn. 2-0. But I think both teams have been pretty even. I mean, obviously you would look at the stats and saying, oh well, why aren't the DPS doing more? They're just getting hard focused by both Bardocks. Both Bojacks are the targets. They're easy prey for Bardock, really. They just get taken out quickly. And it just happened to be that Ultra was getting taken out very fast by Iwashimi. But yeah, Snack Bomb on Nail Kefla again, doing a lot of damage. And yeah, hard to kill her when she gets ahead. 99! I think that's... What's the distance? Is it funny American metric numbers for the sword distance? I don't know. Feet? Is that what it is? Okay, I need to stop. I need to not talk about feet. But yeah, Bardock on Team Spawn. Just holding the sword the whole game. Really focusing the damage characters. Specifically the squishy mage, Bojack. So neither of them could really do anything. It's just a matter of which Bardock can get his skill 2 off first and allow the DPS to follow up. And of course, if you have Kefla running around, I think it has consistently been the case today that if a team has Kefla on it, they do have the advantage. They have the Kefla advantage. It's a bit of a Kefla diff. It's just unfortunate it's the case that she's so strong. But yeah, even Vegito, who's quite a good character. It's just that Kefla, she also can transform and do better. So I think this is going to be the deciding match. If Goon Squad can maybe make a comeback and secure a win. No, it's been very close. It's been very close, I think. I think just whichever team gets wiped first. I mean, it's the same case with the standard game mode, really. Whichever team gets wiped first is probably going to lose. It just gets decided very quickly. Because this is just it's just era mode on crack, really. It's like turbo mode in Dota or something, but even more turbo. Feet, huh? Third time's the charm. Kefla should be the one getting focused. Just the issue with that is Kefla, bro, get off hit. Thank you. Get off hit, man. Get off hit, what are you doing? That was like 5 seconds off a DQ for picking hit. That should be how the actual standard 4v4 works. If you pick hit, then you just automatically lose the game. Yeah, bro almost DQ'd his team by picking hit, you know. Because there's only 2 characters that are banned, guys. It's just hit and gammas. Just don't take them. There's all these other characters you can take, but no, you want to go hit. He's banned, bro. He's banned. Oh, I love the Bardock music is playing. This is so tough. And it's remixed with the Space Jam. Boo! Flies up to the Team Spawn's Bojack. Bro question mark. Let's see if he can redeem himself after almost DQing the Goon Squad. Noctis is taking a lot of damage here. I think he needs his team to back him up a bit. He's taking too much damage. He has to pull back. Goon Squad has to pull back to get Boo heals. Boo is... Noctis is trying to play it safe. Waiting on that crucial Boo heal to come in. Iwashimi doesn't quite get the sword. Doesn't quite get the sword in time. Noctis is going to hold them all in place for a decent amount of time to be able to keep his team from getting obliterated, basically. Luckily Kefla wasn't there earlier, but she's here now, so she's causing a lot of damage. They're going to get pushed back. I think they are going to lose the first wall here. Yep. 355 Legends. I really liked him on Vegito. I think he's doing a good job. He's quite good with the ultimates. I mean, I'm not gonna act like Vegito's the hardest character to play or anything, but he just seems good with sensing when he needs to come in and just go after people, go ham. He's tried to 1v4 there. Noctis trying to sneakily bypass people with the... He's doing this stealth gameplay. He's playing it like it's exactly he's going to do the stealth gameplay walk past. Bro manages to turn Bojack into chocolate again. He's probably the only one person you're going to hit with the ultimate because everyone else can just dash out of it, especially Kefla. So yeah, I mean you could say why don't you focus Kefla because she's like hits, she has a lot of dashes, so she's just hard to catch. So I think you should just focus who is easier to kill, which is the Bojack and the Bardock. Or Boo, if you can get a hand on him. So we got Iwashimi here, gets rammed into by Noctis. Noctis is knocking him back. Noctis gets a Rildo again. 355, trying to clean up team spawn. Boo comes in for spawn. Team spawn gets healed up a bit. However, Ultra Golden's back with Kefla, and he is on Kefla. So you should be afraid of the Kefla pick. So still not quite enough, unfortunately, to turn it to the Goon Squad's favour. So Team Spawn is still going to make it to the first wall, even with having full health Kefla there. 355, trying to focus the Bardock. Desperately trying to focus the Bardock. Golden is going to get taken out quite quickly, he's quite low. He just needs to finish that. Yeah, sorry about that. So we got Bojack coming in, cleans up, Goon Squad surrenders. Very nice, guys.
You thought you could win with that level of skill?
And Bojack gets the MVP. But yeah, so again, this was a closer game because both teams had Kefla, but Snack Bomb still on top with the Kefla picking people off. The Bojack, even though Goon Squad, they had both Vegito and Kefla, still the Bojack zoning clearly came in handy. And Iwashimi focusing people really well. So let's see some of these stats here. Yeah, Iwashimi took a lot more damage, but that's just kind of because he had the sword for longer. Let's see what we have down here. Yeah, Bojack doing really well. Bojack with the zoning had the same kills as Kefla. Obviously you're not beating the Kefla damage. And obviously Noctis and Vegito doing their best to pick off kills where they can. But actually the Boo on Team Spawn is nothing to sleep on. We've got the 4 kills on Boo. The sneaky 4 kills. I think he did land more ultimates. Yeah, no worries, Levy. But no, very nice, guys. So yeah, unfortunately Goon Squad didn't make it there. But yeah, these are the rewards again for winning the tournament. The winners get the golden badge, the top 1 team. They get the 20 pink capsules, the 10,000 Zenny, the skin, and the stamp and gold badge. And as for the runners-up, they get 15 pink capsules, the silver badge, the stamp as well, no skin, and 7,500 Zenny. And the top 4 overall, they get 10 pink capsules, bronze badge, stamp and the 5k Zenny. So yeah, if you want the skin, unfortunately, you do have to be the top 1 team. So it's quite hard to get. Don't see too many people rocking that, just mainly like the top players. You probably play a lot of tournaments. They end up with the skin for Vegito. But yeah, I wish I had that skin, but I don't. I just have Janitor Vegito alt skin. And the Dorito one, of course, Dorito Vegito. Which is also very tasty. Stop complaining I don't have any. Brokey Vegito, you have no Vegito skins? Sorry, I'm just gonna keep bragging. Is Janitor Vegito? Oh, right, nice, well. Yeah, good matches, guys. But that's going to be Team Spawn are the winners for that one, and unfortunately Goon Squad were knocked out. But it was some close games. I think they did their best. It was usually very even matchups, even teams, picking the same characters. But it turned out that the unexpected Bojack came in clutch. I think if it was any character besides Bardock, probably Bojack would not be able to do much, but just because he can hold people in place for so long, you can get all of that damage off, that big damage, the big juicy damage. But yeah, congrats guys. Yeah, thanks to everyone for playing. Enjoyed commentating. Now the goodbye. Oh, that's the saddest part. Close to 3 hours. I didn't even realise it was that long, yeah. Yeah, because I got a phone call midway through the last match. You probably noticed I got a phone call. Yeah. But yeah. Thanks everyone for watching though. I've enjoyed casting the game. Never casted before, so this has been an interesting experience, and hopefully I didn't go off the rails, off tangent, talking about men too many times. I know I had a few slip-ups. Okay guys. Promise. I can't keep promises. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's been a great game, guys. Team Spawn, Goon Squad, Nexus, all of the teams we saw today, and who made it to the top 4, did really well. So thank you so much for watching, and credit to my boys on the Goon Squad. My boys, you didn't win, but you tried. You tried your damnedest. Made it far. Second place is not bad. It's not a bad spot. But yeah, and thanks to Levy as well for setting up the tournament and everything, and the UI and a lot of work went into it. But yeah, maybe a sword delivery tournament again. Who knows? I don't think there's going to be a Finders Keepers one. I'm sorry to disappoint. I don't think there's going to be one, because this just kind of won by popular vote. I think it just ended up being that people really wanted sword delivery, even though a lot of people didn't show up for it. But it's what you guys asked for. I liked watching it. I think just the constant fighting is probably more interesting than people sitting on a tower. One person sitting on a tower to stop backdooring for 50 minutes. The state of the standard mode. But yeah, I enjoyed casting. Really good games tonight, guys, for everyone. And I hope you enjoy your beautiful Vegito skin. Look at him. Look at he's looking at you. Why do you think he's holding that fist up? He's so happy for you. He's so happy for me. Look at him. Okay, before I say something I'll regret, I'll stop there. But yeah. I'm just chatting. I'm just chatting. Film. Season 8, we're back, trust. Yeah. Can we get going? Yeah, see you, Daisy. Maybe play some Legends. Oh, well. Good luck with that. Season 8. Season 8 better have Turles. Come on, Turles. We need Daddy Turles. Or will I do? Do you mean like... oh, right. I said bye.